So my name is Tobechi Chukwuleta. I'm a software developer working on BTCPay server or contributing to BTCPay server. Today, I just want to share briefly, because I have limited time, I just want to share briefly on how certain use cases on how you can accept payments using BTCPay server. All right, so yeah. Okay, so sometime 2017, a very, very profound legend called Emperor, all right, started this project that has turned out 7 years after to be one of the biggest projects we have in the open source space in Bitcoin and globally, all right. I like to call this Genesis block of BTCPay server, all right. But then what's BTCPay server? BTCPay server is pretty much a self-hosted payment processor, all right. Just like Bitcoin, BTCPay server is free. It's open source for real. But then beyond just being a payment processor, all right, there are functionalities that is built into the BTCPay server to help you tailor the needs or your needs in BTCPay server to fit your particular workflow or your particular needs. All right, on a general scale, BTCPay server is a payment processor. But then, beyond being a payment processor, there are plugins, there are applications that you can integrate into your instance that will make it more tailored to you as a person. So, it's pretty much a bundle of softwares. With BTCPay server, you have Bitcoin Core, Lightning, literally the 3 Lightnings we have, all right, and so many apps there. So who is it for? There seems to be a general misconception that BTCPay server is strictly for merchants, but then I'm here to tell you that's not entirely true. But then BTCPay server, beyond being for merchants, is technically for anybody. So if you run like an online store, if you have a physical store, you want to start your crowdfund, whatever it is that you want to do, even as an individual, you can use BTCPay server to manage your Bitcoin nodes, receive payments as a freelancer and whatnot. So yeah, and it's pretty much straightforward and easy to deploy, all right? Everything is bundled in one application. You just have to start your BTCPay instance, and then you have your core, you have your Lightning, you have all the application. It's accessible over the web, through NGIX, all right? And for privacy, it's also displayed via Tor. So you're certain that nobody or nothing is really tampering your BTCPay server. There's serious privacy involved. And you don't have to do any extra configuration per se to build or launch a BTCPay server, all right? How can you run it? You can decide to, like I said, it's self-hosted, so you can run your BTCPay server yourself, all right? You can depend on third-party cloud platforms, Lunar nodes, Voltage, and whatnot to run your BTCPay application, but then you can run it yourself, you can run your server. Once you have your VPS, it's just a simple package in Docker, and just Docker compose starts or Docker compose up, and in a minute or two, you have your BTCPay instance running. So as long as you can guarantee that you're running it 24/7, I think you're good to go. But then if you cannot run it personally, like I said, you can depend on third-party platform to run your BTCPay instance. So I'll pretty much be doing like a rough demo of setting up your BTCPay instance and ways in which you can receive payment via BTCPay. I'm not going to start BTCPay, I'm just going to use my own instance and display how you can use BTCPay to receive payments on the platform. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so this is pretty much BTCPay dashboard. 1 second. Okay, I think it's better. Is it better this way? Okay. So this is pretty much BTCPay dashboard. When you install your instance or you deploy your instance, you get to like a home page that will allow you just create your passwords and your email address, and then you can go into the application. All right. So the first things first, when you come to BTCPay instances, you have to create a store. You have to create a store on your BTCPay instance. Okay. Now you can enter the name of your store. Let's just call DevD. Now we support so many currencies, all right? African currencies and the rest. The list is long. So since you're in Kenya, let's do Kenya shilling, all right? And also you have to select your rate provider, who you want to manage your rate APIs and the rest. I'm going to be working with BitNob for this. Sorry. BitNob. Sorry, looking for BitNob. I can see it. Right. Okay. Yes. Why did I click it? Okay, so then I go ahead and create my store. All right. Now, as earlier mentioned, BTCPay server has wallet instance, like you run your Bitcoin core on it. You need to set up a wallet on your BTCPay instance. So you have two options. Either you can connect to existing wallets, all right, if you have like a Trezor, Jade, any physical wallet, hardware wallet, there are options for you to do, all right, and what will happen is that any payment you receive on BTCPay server will pretty much settle in your wallet, all right? But we'll just go ahead to create a new wallet on BTCPay. We choose hot wallets and watch only wallets. The major difference here is that with hot wallets, your keys are stored on the server, all right? All right, so it is backed up for you on the server, while for watch only it is not. So if you, depends on your choice, but then I would recommend you go with the hot wallet, all right? Then you create, if you're an experienced developer, you can decide to choose optional passphrase, import your keys to RPC and the rest of it all, but we'll just leave that vacant for now. Then you have your seed phrase. All right, you copy it down. I've written down my seed phrase, then done. All right, so now you have Bitcoin set up on your instance. Pretty straightforward. All right, similarly, you also have an option to set up your Lightning wallet or your Lightning node on your instance. So either you use custom nodes, that is, you're connecting to your existing node, all right, and all you have to do is like enter your connection string or your configuration for your Lightning node, and it will communicate directly with your Lightning nodes. But then, inbuilt to the package deployed on BTCPay instance, we also support Eclair, C Lightning, and the rest of it also. You can leverage one of them and create your own Lightning node on the system. And it's pretty straightforward. Then, if you want, whatever configuration you want to do for your Lightning setup, you can go ahead and do it. Okay. So first way we can work with receiving payments is something called point of sale. So, how many of you are familiar with POS? All right, fair. All right, so with BTCPay server, you can set up your own POS instance whereby merchants can receive payments, or business owners or store owners can receive payments. All you have to do, you create your, another DFD. All right, so I've created my POS instance. So I can decide to show how I want the POS to display. All right, now for product list, what it pretty much does is that it will display all the list of all your product on BTCPay. All right, all the products you've configured. And this is where you scroll down, you see where you configure your product. You can add new item and whatnot. All right. For product with cart, just like an online checkout, you see your product, you click, you decide how many items you want to buy, you check out and make your purchase. Key part is pretty much the regular POS we are familiar with, whereby the money is just imputed into the system and then you check out and pay. Then print display. Don't worry, we'll show all these things. Print display is like static QR code for products. So all you just have to do, it's not changing, it's just the QR codes that will lead you to where you pay the money to. So, to view, all right, let's click this and check. All right, so this is product list. It pretty much just shows list of products. All right, and then you can pay any amount you want to pay and it's to confirm. If I do product with cards and I save, this pretty much this link will determine how the view will display. I come back to the same POS that I've created. I think I should go back. All right, now you see that you have where you can do like a checkout. All right, Kenyan shilling, pay. Let me try and pay. So I'm going to be using Phoenix to send. 1 second. All right, so. All right. Okay, so you see invoice paid successfully. All right, and if you go back to your BTCPay instance, you should see like your notification that, oh, a few seconds ago, this is like the invoice I paid, the amount, you get products, you get like the details information about the payments that you made. Where is it? Where are we going? Yeah, keypad's pretty much similar to, let me just view this. So for keypad, all you just have to do is enter the amounts, 10 SAT charge. All right. There are some other custom configuration you can do. If you want to require the buyer's information, all right, email address, whatnot. If you want to enable tips on the platform whereby people that are paying can give tips, all right, we'll be there. Ooh, I have to want for time. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So I'll rush things up because you're already looking at me inside the eyes. All right. So getting paid. There's something called payment request. This one is particularly important for individuals that want to receive payment. So let's say you're a freelancer or you're self-employed, whatever it is that you want to receive payment. So you can decide to bill your client by generating an invoice and give it to the client. Now, one beautiful thing about this feature request is that, we all understand the prices fluctuate or the prices is kind of vulnerable per se. It rises, it comes down. So if I tell you, oh, pay me $100, all right, now, maybe in the next 2 hours when you want to actually pay, the money I now get is like $97, all right? So with payment requests, you can pretty much just generate an invoice and give to your client. And it is at the point that the client is paying, that is when the rate is being considered. So you are certain that you are getting real-time value based on the current Bitcoin price on your application. I would have loved to demo this, but then we'll see if we can at the end. Let me just rush and show the other. So crowdfunding. All right. You could use BTCPay for your crowdfunds. So I think for the 2020 NSAS, for people that are familiar, there was a particular crowdfund that went out and it was powered on BTCPay server. All right. I'm going to give an instance now for crowdfunding. So there are these guys in El Salvador, Bitcoin Smiles. What they pretty much do is help people or like impoverished people, support them with like dental care. And yeah, you can donate to crowdfund on the application. They are pretty much backed by BTCPay instance. So whatever you do, you can contribute to them. All this configuration you can do on your BTCPay instance. So if you want to contribute, you decide how much it is that you want to contribute, or you choose the package, $5, $10, and the rest. I think HRF also uses BTCPay server for their crowdfunding application. E-commerce integration. So like I said earlier, beyond just being a merchant, if you run a store at the moment, these are all the e-commerce platforms that BTCPay supports. So on each and every one of this one, you could receive payments in Bitcoin, all right, powered by BTCPay server, Nopecommerce, OpenCart, Odoo, Shopify, BigCommerce, whatnot, you can name it. And the good thing is that more are still coming, all right? You're integrating literally everything till every platform receives Bitcoin. We're not stopping. So if you go to btcpayserver.org, you probably see this image. You can click on any of them that you support, and it will direct you on step-by-step guides how to receive payments via Bitcoin using BTCPay server. Then plugins. Now, plugins pretty much helps you tailor your instance to fit your individual needs. So this way, BTCPay server is open source, vibrant community. Today, people come out with different requests. Oh, I want this feature, I want this feature. But then at its core, we're trying to stabilize things. So if you're a developer or whatnot, you could decide to build your own plugins, all right, to support your system so that you can tailor your workflow to fit, or you can tailor your application to fit whatever it is. And maybe somebody else is actually falling in your shoes. The same person can leverage your plugin, all right, and receive payments how he wants to. Now, one of the, wrapping up, is APIs. For those that don't know, BTCPay server also have third-party APIs that you could use to. BTCPay server has third-party APIs, greenfield APIs that you could use to integrate directly. One second. Yeah, you could integrate directly into the same, whatever it is that you can do on BTCPay server, you can do with the APIs. All right, so there are more information. You can just search for BTCPay greenfield APIs. We have platforms like IVPN that actually supports. Let me see if I can quickly do this. So I can decide to pay with Bitcoin, all right, and it's what will come out to be a BTCPay invoice. Yeah, all right, scan it and you get your VPN instance. So you have what's it called? You have support on the API part. So if you're a developer, looking forward to integrating Bitcoin in your application, you could leverage it. Finally, BTCPay server. You're a small, beautiful, team, all right, and we are always open for contributors. So if you write C#, all right, or whatnot, you can come join us, contribute to the application. We are ready to welcome you all the time. This is our community. This picture was taken at Riga earlier. We have Bubaka. I did something there. All right, so we're a vibrant community, all right. Directory pretty much lists all the merchants that supports or that are using BTCPay server, all right? And then these are the foundations that are supporting BTCPay instance. They would have loved to demo more, but my time is up. But then, any question?
I think we could just meet him later for the networking session for questions.
Huh?
They will meet you later for the networking.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much.